Hey everybody, Morganth here, back with the more Mass Effect. We're continuing our playthrough of Mass Effect 2. I started recording this episode, I probably got about 10 minutes into it, and then I realized that for some reason, it wasn't recording. So that's perfectly fine. I'll just, pick up from, I'll just start over. That's okay. Anyway, at least I wasn't, done with the episode. I was like, oh no, I have to do that all over again. Anyway. So we're good. Anyway, so just to pick up and remind you where we left off. We just finished, the start, the prologue, basically, of Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 picks up, right, shortly after Mass Effect 1 leaves off. Shepard has been sent into the outer, reaches of the galaxy to clean up the remaining Geth that were invading Citadel space. With that... we see two people talking. They're talking about Shepard and how important he is. And after that, we then go to the Normandy, where Shepard's under attack by a mysterious vessel. The ship gets blown up, and that ends with Shepard being spaced and apparently dying in the vacuum of space. Well, after that, we come, 2 years in the future. Shepard wakes up in a mysterious facility that's under attack, where he discovers he is the subject of something called the Lazarus Project. He's being saved by these two people, Miranda and Jacob. He eventually learns that their employers is the organization called Cerberus, and Cerberus is is classified as a terrorist organization by, the Citadel and by the Alliance as an organization that wants human supremacy. However, the leader of this organization, Cerberus, called the Illusive Man, has come to the conclusion that he needs to put that agenda away for the time being to face the Reaper threat. And so he's asked Shepard to help. Shepard, of course, at least the way we're playing him, is reluctant to help because, Cerberus is a terrorist organization. He did a lot of the side quests that we didn't do in Mass Effect 1 were stopping crazy Cerberus experiments. And so Shepard, of course, is very reluctant to help them. The Illusive Man says, well, human colonies have been disappearing. Will you just go check out this one human colony, and then you can make your decision if you want to help us or not? And that's where we're picking up, is we're getting ready to go talk to, we're going to go ready to investigate this colony. So we're going to really quick talk to these two people, Miranda and Jacob, real quick, get to know them.
The Illusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
True.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
Is it just me, or I wasn't, at least in those initial conversations, initial few phrases, I wasn't getting a lot of attitude from Miranda, but
what can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The Illusive Man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip.
That doesn't sound
But the
nice.
Illusive Man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The Illusive Man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was
She
trying
really
to get
does
to know
not
you as
like
a
us.
human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
I can understand why she was described as an ice queen in that one audio log we found
Did
in
you
the
and
last
Jacob serve together in
mission.
the Alliance?
No, the Illusive Man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
You're a meanie. Maybe Jacob's nicer.
I'm glad the Illusive
yeah,
Man
Jacob's
convinced
nicer.
you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob.
Sure.
But you might be working for the wrong
I did
people.
just tell the Illusive Man that I
Maybe.
didn't, but...
But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Understandable.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
It's fair.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Let's go in and be on our way.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The Illusive Man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. And we've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the Illusive Man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
Yippee-ki-yay.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody.
Just because it's
Anything's better than
unlikely
another
doesn't
ghost
mean it's
town.
not the priority. I'm aware that you think it's unlikely, but that doesn't mean it's not. It is still the priority. We will find it first. Alright, so I'm just going to take a minute here. I'm going to level up my teammates real quick. Normally I would do auto level up, but there's a few things that I want to build them specifically to do, and we'll go from there. So I'll be back in just a few seconds in your time. Okay, so while I was leveling up, I decided I wanted to actually explain how the leveling up process works in Mass Effect 2 for a little bit. So if we look at here, it's different than Mass Effect 1. If you ever, I didn't show you the level up screen a lot, but I did a few times. If we look in, we only, Mass Effect 1, you had like 20 different skills. In Mass Effect 2, we only have 4. Shepard has more. Shepard, I think, has a total of 6, 7 that he can have access to. I don't remember off the top of my head, but so if we look at Miranda, who we're looking at right now, she has 2 class abilities you can use, and that gives you kind of a sense of like their combination. So she has Overload and Warp, so she is Tech and Biotic, and then her class is called the Cerberus Officer. And then at the very bottom, we have what's called the Slam. It's her special skill that will unlock at some point later on in the story. So we're just gonna go here. So first thing we're gonna want to do this. When you get to the 4th rank in a skill, you can select an evolution. So you can choose how the ability is going to be different. So either, so Miranda can either be a Cerberus leader or she can be a Cerberus tactician, and they have their different benefits. But we're gonna, so real quick, so I'm gonna pick that, and I'm gonna do the rest of the level up process, and we'll go from there. Okay, we're back, did the level up, and let's go forward.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
That it does. There's some pretty empty dinner plates, though. For the middle of dinner. So, in Mass Effect...
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
In Mass Effect 2... You don't, like we talked about last episode, you don't find new loot. You don't find new weapons, new armor. Instead, you find upgrades and resources. So like here, these salvage parts right here. So if I click on that, I get 1,000 credits. So I'm not looting these lockers and these crates for new items. Jiminy Christmas.
Hear that? Sounds like Fenris tests.
Need to activate my armor.
Gotcha! Shoot them before they take out your shield.
These things are just demolishing my shields. Holy crap.
You're done! Yeah! You're done!
Cherry Christmas. Why am I getting like demolished?
Hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Clearly not. I was just, wow, I have never been torn apart like that. Wow, yeah, that hurt. They were just ripping through my shields. Never had that happen to me before. I guess I was just getting used to, you know, because like I said before, I've played Mass Effect 2 before, so I guess I was just getting used to having the. I mean, I've played it before, but I played it recently. I've already done a playthrough recently in the Legendary Edition. Oh, that one's right there. Dang it! No, I messed up. Crap! I didn't mean to click that. But and now I can't access it. That's fine. I have plenty of money.
They've seen us.
Come on over!
Yeah, no, these. So I guess I was just used to having all my upgrades. Can I reload, please? Thank you. So like, yeah, just getting my shields torn to shreds like that. Really weird.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Remember when I gave you that get data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
Great question.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent.
Thank you.
Perhaps
Charlie.
we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
That sucks.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
I don't think Tali meant that he was unstable. There are lots of people who don't like crowds. Like, that doesn't make you unstable. Like, I don't particularly like being in a crowd. That doesn't make me unstable. Like, but I'm like, obviously not gonna wig out if I'm in a crowd. But like, I think Tali said what she said, and she meant what she said. So, Praza, you're a jerk.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't
Captain
follow
Shepard.
orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
Yeah, what
They
happened in the
killed
2
our
years I
people,
was asleep?
infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
Sounds
That's
accurate.
not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back. Love Mass Effect so much. Alright, let's see. Where do I go from here?
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks.
For the warning. We'll take care of them.
Will we, though? Will we? I was gonna let it catch me. It caught me by surprise in the playthrough, in the episode when I was initially tried to record this episode that I lost, because it wasn't, the vocals weren't, I mean, the audio wasn't recording for some reason. So it caught me by surprise and nearly killed me. Wasn't gonna let it catch me by surprise this time. Alright, let's not block my path, thank you. Oh, cool thing I want to show you. In Mass Effect 1, your allies just kind of eat your bullets. In Mass Effect 2, when I point at them and I'm aiming down sights, they duck. So that way they don't eat your freaking bullets anymore. Alright, so real quick, I want to explain. This is about the point I realized last time that I had no audio in the recording, but I want to explain one of the major differences in Mass Effect 2 combat. So in Mass Effect 1, you had shields and then you had health. You had to break through the shields to hit the health. In Mass Effect 2, we kind of have almost this rock, paper, scissors mechanic. There are 3 types of health bar. Your shields, armor, and then your red health bar. For a lot of things, you can't use your special powers on them if they have shields or armor, except with some exceptions. So the rock, paper, scissors mechanic is that you have to know what abilities and what your teammates' abilities do so you know what to do. So for example, if we look at this screen right now, at the bottom of my screen you can see all the powers. Everything that is red and has the down arrow on it means like that's not effective against shields. It won't do anything against shields. So I need to be using abilities that will do things against shields. So for example, Miranda and I have the overload ability. She just has regular overload, I have area overload. That'll let me hit all of them. So I can click that to activate it and have Miranda target that one and do it. But then the same thing applies for armor. I can't, there are certain abilities that will be better against armor. The rock, paper, scissors also applies to your weapons. So my weapons, for example, SMGs are great at shredding armor. Assault rifles are great at shredding shields and armor as well. But, health, it takes them a little bit longer to chunk through. Jacob has the squad incendiary ammo, which applies incendiary ammo to everyone's weapons in the squad. And ammo burns through armor and damages health significantly. So it's just kind of this rock, paper, scissors mechanic, making sure that you're bringing in a squad composition that will help you beat those enemies, particularly on the higher level difficulties. On the lower level difficulties, it doesn't matter as much. Shepard's pretty good at being the jack of all trades. and covering everything. But yeah, that's how this works and how it works in this game.
Right. Target down.
Shredded them.
Drop them.
And you will see that powers cannot be used on cooldown
Shepard,
all
Proza
the
and
time.
his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
I don't
We should have
like
expected
Graza.
this.
Yep.
Come on. We can still catch them.
But yeah, you will see that powers cannot be used during cooldown message a lot during my playthroughs because I just get impatient and sometimes press the power button. Like if I'm sitting and thinking tactically, I'll press whatever power button is supposed to come next, but then not and forget that my powers are on cooldown. If I was being more tactical, I would remember that my powers are on cooldown. To be fair, like, when you first start a Mass Effect playthrough, your powers are forever cooldown, but when you level up your class, you change that. I always
We are inside the loading docks.
go for whatever
Vitor
class
reprogrammed
gives
the
me
heavy mech. It's tearing Proza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
I don't know what else I would take.
Affirmative.
On it.
But yeah, Mass Effect 2 combat is significantly different than Mass Effect 1 combat, and better. Ow.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Yup, it would be a boss enemy that becomes a common enemy. So if we look at the Ymir mech here real quick, we can see that has shields, armor, and then health. We have to get through the shields before we can get through the armor. Then we have to get through the armor before we can get through the health. So that's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna overload the shields.
Take out their shield.
Well, that's good. Miranda, you need to get into cover. Where's a good place for you to be in cover? Don't just stand in the open, Miranda. Nope, sorry. You stay here, You stay there, Jacob. Miranda, you go over there.
Right.
Going now.
Good job, Jacob.
Understood.
Alright, so now that its armor is down, we can look and we can see we need that different abilities will take effect. So we have the incendiary ammo, which will deal more damage to it, to the armor. And then we also have my ability, Warp, and Miranda's ability, also Warp. That will do it. That will have more damage. We do need to get Jacob up.
Boom.
No, Miranda. And really, guys? Who told you that standing in front of the mech was a great idea? Okay, so now that its armor's down, I can start it. I can hit it with any ability I want. Alright, there we go. Now, yeah, not a terribly difficult fight.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Okay, so let's just look around real quick. So again, we're not trying to find, when we're looting, we're not looking for new pieces of armor or new pieces of new weapons. We're looking for things like meta gel. We're looking for these power cells, which gives us heavy weapons, which probably would have made that mech fight a little bit easier, but yeah, and then then we're also looking for things that grant us research, and I'll show you one of those in just a second. We come over here, we scan the damaged in your mech. It gives us heavy weapon ammo research data, which then, when in the future, we'll be able to use to be able to carry more heavy weapon ammo. So you just kind of want to like make sure you're searching every nook and cranny to try to find that kind of stuff.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide.
Yeah, read
Mechs
that message.
Will protect. Swarms. You're human. Why did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
So real quick, explain what just happened there. There's now the new mechanic in this game is that has to do with Renegade and Paragon choices. It's beside your score does matter. You still have Charm and Intimidate options, but that is other ways to earn Renegade and Paragon by taking those interrupt options. And you'll see on the bottom of your screen, right or left. Right being Paragon, left being Renegade, is when those options will pop up, and you could, if you have a limited amount of time to take those that action, or you lose it.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My God. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the
I
colonies.
like how it's like 2148 or something way in the future,
The collectors have advanced
and
technology.
that footage
They could
looks
have a
like
weapon that
utter
disables
complete
an
crap.
entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Also true.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
They
More
clearly
importantly,
exist.
why are they
It's like
abducting
Bigfoot.
human colonists?
It's like
What are
Bigfoot
they
footage.
after?
That's what we've
Maybe the
got.
Illusive Man can figure it out.
That's what we have. The collectors are Bigfoot. Tell me I'm wrong. Based upon that footage we just saw, that really grainy, pixelated footage, tell me I'm wrong.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's
To be fair,
probably
that
all
is a
we're
little
getting
bit
out
more
of him,
clearer
Commander.
than the average Bigfoot footage, but
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Illusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it.
Yes, they did.
You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
That would be great.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Dang
Thank you,
straight.
Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders.
Always
Good luck
and
out
forever.
there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and
Yes.
I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
Having friends pays
You ever
off.
think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat.
I mean, you
But
didn't
more
help.
importantly, you confirm the collectors are behind the abductions.
Confirmed. He already
Why
knew.
do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know
That's
about
actually what I was just thinking.
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
it? Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
Because we
If they're
kicked
agents for the Reapers,
their
it could be any number of reasons.
butts.
Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
Yeah.
The patterns are there, buried in the data.
It's
The
not an
Council
answer.
and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better.
Yes,
I
we do.
won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
I can appreciate that.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
I had a good
Keep
team.
your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
Good for him.
What about Tally? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
That's kind of the main purpose of this game, is
Good.
making sure your team's ready.
2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, Joker. Oh, man, Joker's
Hey,
great.
Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone.
Well, we've
The
always
team
said
was
screw
broken
the
up,
Council.
record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Illusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Yeah, baby. She's back. Good old Normandy. SR2.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
We already know what that's gonna be. One of the coolest ships in existence. Yeah, buddy. Alright, go. A lack of people at stations.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
That sounds good.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence.
Oh no.
The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
If you remember, artificial intelligence are technically illegal. More than technically, they are illegal.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Alright. Cool. Yep, elevator, good to know. Acquire the professor. Alright. Cool. So here we are on the Normandy, getting ready to go. This will be the end of this episode. We're gonna pick back up, of course, in the next one. But yeah, thanks for coming out. It's been a lot of fun. Next time, we'll get to meet the crew and probably go recruit the professor. In that case, I will talk with you later. Bye, guys.